Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. It was quiet out here until I turned this on, and now this guy's bringing concrete down the road. And of course, it gets louder and louder. I guess I can start doing videos inside the house. Amazing. Today's video coming up is, what do you choose? Do you choose something that's prefab and building a home, or prefabricated houses, or do you build your own house? We're going to talk about that. They have many options now. You can actually buy a prefab house. Something like this that we have here that I live in. And there's other houses they're actually starting to make here in the Philippines. And there are different variances. For an example, you can actually now buy a house that is got the studs and drywall. They're prefabricated walls. You just tell them the size of house that you want, and they'll actually pre-make it like the Jim Walter homes that they had in the US at one time. So for an example, if you want a house, say 10 by 10 meter by 10 meter, 1 story or 2 story, they can actually build those houses now. What they do is they're basically making them out of steel, steel frame houses, and then they're either adding hardy board or drywall. There is a version of drywall they have available here. I would say it's not as good, but it's thinner than the drywall we have in the US, but it's doable and it's workable. Now they also have these other ones that what they call spray concrete. They already have the forms ready. They spray the concrete for the walls, and then they bring them to your site, but they're very heavy. You know, as you know, they do a lot of buildings like that now in the US. They just bring a whole new wall on a truck. They spray the concrete, dry, finish it. You know, the electrical's already inside, ready to go. But their versions here is much lower scale, but they have that available now. But the prices have increased considerably. I guess probably the concrete and the materials. For an example, the ones I looked at, I could try to find the links I looked at. They're like, for an example, a sheet of this you can buy in China right now for $20. They're selling the same sheet, 1 meter by 10 meter. They're selling this now for $60 here. Now, I paid $500 for 20 of these, including freight. 25 of these, excuse me. I contacted the supplier where I bought these originally. They said that they will send, but they need to buy more than 25. They will send a 20-foot container full of those. And the price running about $18 for a sheet of this. It's cheap. Delivered. So, now remember, you already have all your insulation inside the walls. Hold on, let me take care of both. All right, I took care of Omar. Put him inside the house. As you know, now another dog's barking. Okay, so you can actually buy this here, and it is expensive, and it's the same suppliers basically, and they're just making the money off of that. And they can build you a container house like this. Already pre-made house, any size that you want. Now they already have them anywhere from 3 meter to 6 meter is the house, and then you stack them. But I suggest not even worry with that. If you purchase those here, they're really quite expensive. You can buy a 3 meter or 4 meter house by that anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 shipped here, shipping everything from the supplier that I bought my house from. Now remember, I bought my house for $9,000, and then the freight and everything, and $700 to get it here, $700 USD to get it here, and then all the customs and everything ended up being about $13,000. They sent me $1,000 back, so it ended up being $12,000. $12,500 to be exact. So, and that's for a complete house. So bathroom, sinks, toilets, everything, kitchen cabinets, sinks, electric and all. So so what is the choice? Should you, build. Now for an example, this house right here, I'll use this example. This house is a 4 meter by 4 meter house, very small, 1 bathroom, 2 story. Front porch, tile here on the floor, tile here, tile inside the house. Just a regular house, nice house. concrete, labor, everything was $4,000. And I really think, Ruth and I looked at the documents, I really think we missed $1,000 somewhere. Because the wood we bought, I remember going there and we paid like $800 for a bunch of wood. So let's just say $5,000 to build this house. Now, is this house as good a quality as that right there? That's the big question. Will this house last longer than that house? I don't know. This house has some problems also. The walls have cracked because of the earthquakes that we've had, and so we've had that to deal with. This house is very noisy inside. This one here, that one there is quiet inside. We go inside. Ruth said that she loves the house. Two things: no rat, quiet, and very easy to clean. This one, rat, clean it, and concrete. We had to repair a wall because the shaking. So you have to really take a look at that. In fact, I looked, there's another crack on that wall there where we had a minor tremor. Well, here's an example. The guy come down with a roller to roll the street where they made a more problem than it was. When he drove by the house, the dishes in this house were shaking and they were getting ready to fall out of the cabinet because the roller, you know, rolling. The big cat machine come down, you know, even and out the road. Well, this one here, it caused cracks in the wall. So Ruth says yesterday, we didn't have, I said, I know, it's because of the roller, an earthquake that we had the other day. And it's just small minor tremors. So the big question is this: build a house with a hassle, build a house trying to find the people to finish the house in a time frame that's warranted by you, or do it yourself. Then that creates other issues. But why if you're retired, this is something you like to do, it's something you want to do as a hobby, that's perfect. There's a good guy out there, is Texas Filipino, is doing a great job at his house. He's really doing a good job, and he's doing it himself. And fantastic channel. And I like his work. But even that situation, I think he finds some issues and things like that. He has to be there every day. He has to keep an eye on the guys every day. If you're not there every day, if you decide to take 2 days off, they take the 2 days off also. So, and that is something that you have to be prepared for. But it's okay, you know, as long as you know what it is before you get started in it. But sometimes maybe buying a house that's already made, buying a house that maybe you can make yourself, it's simplicity. I mean, you can build a house out of sandwich panels, easy. Or rock wool panels, or some of the other panels out there. The problem with a lot of those is, even though they're great and fantastic, they're heavy. They're very heavy. It's very heavy itself. So I'm a fan of sandwich panels. So I would say today, if I had a choice, and if I was to do it, I would do it out of sandwich panels. They're cheaper, more economical, and they'll last, you know, the 50, 60 years, 80 years, 100 years, whatever you want it to be. This house was actually designed in World War II. Right before World War II, for hospitals. This is exactly what they used to use in World War II for hospitals. When I did research on these, they would actually drop these in sites and drop them, open them up, and there was a hospital already ready to go. And all they had to do was, when they were done with it, pick it up and then take it to another place, take it to another place. These were used in some places that they knew they were going to be stationary for a period of time, and then if they needed to move it, it was easy for them to move it. They just pick it up, fold it up, back it up, and ready to move again. So it was something that I really look forward in doing. That's as well health. The stability of that will make it's worth it. You know, the open close, open close, open close. So that's today what I was talking about. So you have to make a decision what's right for you. I'm not saying this is not right for everybody. This is right for everybody. You build it yourself. But that maybe not. But maybe it is. If you're retired, you come in here. You're going to be here the next 20, 30 years. Maybe look at that. And get this, most important thing. There's trouble in the relationship, trouble in the family, trouble going on with the land. Pick that up and move it. You cannot pick this up and move it. God bless everybody. Thank you so much for always watching our videos. And I'll see you next time.